Every day you wake up, a version of you dies. The question is, will it be the weak one or the strong one? Most people are afraid of change, but here's the truth no one wants to hear. You don't grow by stacking more goals. You grow by burying the parts of you that no longer serve you. The undisciplined version, the procrastinator, the one addicted to comfort, excuses, and distractions. They have to die every single day. This isn't motivation. This isn't mindset fluff. This is the discipline theory. And today you'll learn the ancient, brutal truth about what it really takes to evolve. The discipline of dying daily. Because becoming your best self isn't about doing more. It's about letting go of everything you're not. Let's get one thing clear. Discipline isn't just about routines. It's about identity death. Most people think their problem is laziness, or lack of time, or lack of motivation. But that's not the root issue. The real problem? You're still loyal to the person you used to be. You wake up with new goals, but drag yesterday's mindset into them. You say, I want to change, but act like someone who doesn't. You keep trying to level up while refusing to let go. And here's what most people don't understand about the brain. Your brain isn't built to make you great. It's built to make you safe. And safe means familiar, even if the familiar is self-destructive. That's why your comfort zone feels like home, even if it's killing your potential. Neuroscience proves this. Your brain forms identity loops, patterns of belief, emotion, and behavior that reinforce who you think you are. Every time you say, I've always been like this, that's a loop locking in. And here's the kicker. The more you repeat that identity, the harder it becomes to escape it. So, the lazy version of you, the one that sleeps in, scrolls all day, avoids hard things, that version isn't just a habit. It's a character your brain plays on repeat. To change your life, you don't just need better actions. You need to fire the actor. That's the psychology of identity death. You kill the character to write a new role. You don't break bad habits. You bury old identities. Thousands of years ago, before dopamine addiction and infinite scroll, there were warriors, emperors, monks who practiced the ultimate form of discipline, reminding themselves every day that they were going to die. The Stoics called it memento mori, remember that you must die. But it wasn't about fear, it wasn't morbid, it was power. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, commander of legions, philosopher king, wrote in his journal, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Think about that. He ruled an empire and still reminded himself, none of this lasts. That kind of thinking kills procrastination. It makes scrolling feel stupid. It forces you to confront, what am I really doing with my time? Let's pause here, because this is where it gets personal. This is where you step into the mirror. You've heard the theory. You understand the concept. But now, you have to ask the one question most people never dare to face. What needs to die in you for the next version of you to live? Be brutally honest. Is it your addiction to comfort? Your obsession with feeling ready? The habit of making excuses instead of making progress? Maybe it's the belief that you'll start tomorrow. Maybe it's that identity you've worn like a badge. I'm just not a morning person. I've always been lazy. I can't focus. I'm not built for that. That version of you, the one who hides behind those phrases, has to die. Because here's the truth. You don't get to become your future self and keep your past self alive. One of them has to go. And most people lose this war. Not because they're weak, but because they're loyal to the wrong identity. You've been feeding the weaker version of yourself for years, with late nights, easy dopamine, soft decisions, and fake effort. And now, that version is fat, comfortable, and loud. It whispers every time you try to level up. It says, "Stay here. You're not ready. What if you fail?" But here's the paradox. That version of you is scared of dying because it knows you're capable of more. So kill it. With action, with silence, with discipline. No funeral, no apology. Just you, stepping over your old self and moving forward. This isn't just philosophy. It's not just a concept to nod at and forget tomorrow. This is a daily ritual. If you want to change, truly change, then you need to start killing the old you on purpose. Here's how. Step 1. Write your death note every night. Before you sleep, grab a pen, not your phone, a pen. Open a notebook and write this sentence. Today, I let go of. Finish it. Maybe it's self-doubt. Maybe it's the 2 hours you wasted scrolling TikTok. Maybe it's fear, guilt, laziness, doesn't matter. The point isn't perfection, it's awareness. Call out the weakness, own it, name it, and then kill it. Step 2. Write your rebirth statement. Right under that, write, "Tomorrow I rise as." Now visualize who you want to become. The person who doesn't negotiate with alarms, the one who shows up when it's hard, the version of you that acts even without motivation. Speak like it's already done. Speak like it's already real. Step 3, burn it, rip it, bury it. You wrote the death. Now destroy the page. Literally, burn it, tear it up, flush it. Whatever symbolic act makes your brain feel the shift, do it. This isn't journaling, it's a funeral. Every day you're saying, "This part of me dies now," and something stronger takes its place. Sounds dramatic? Good. It should be. Because transformation isn't casual. It's violent. It's you versus every habit, lie, and identity that's kept you small. Kill the version of you that doesn't finish what they start. Do it daily. Do it with intention. That's the discipline most people are too afraid to even consider. Most people think the answer is more. More books, more hacks, more apps. If I just add one more thing, maybe I'll finally stay disciplined. But the truth? Transformation doesn't begin with addition. It begins with subtraction. Think about it. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. You don't need more motivation. You need less resistance. You don't need more goals. You need fewer excuses. Discipline isn't a matter of doing more. It's a matter of removing everything that weakens you. Start asking better questions. What can I subtract today that will make me stronger tomorrow? What thought, habit, or comfort is stealing my future? Maybe it's that one app that eats your mornings. Maybe it's the voice that says, "Just this once," every day. Maybe it's a toxic pattern you've romanticized as just part of who I am. Stop negotiating with your limitations. Starve them, strip them, silence them. Your brain is plastic, literally. It rewires itself based on what you feed it and what you cut off. So start cutting. Kill the noise. Kill the comfort. Kill the identity that holds you back. Because what's left after subtraction is clarity. And clarity is dangerous. You've heard the theory. You've seen the path. But now there's only one thing left. A decision. Will you keep carrying the weight of your old self? The excuses, the loops, the identity you've outgrown? Or will you finally let it go? Right here, in this moment, you stand at the edge of something rare. the threshold between who you've been and who you're capable of becoming. One step forward, and the old you is gone. One more hesitation, and they win again. So what will it be? Stand still or step forward? Here's what no one tells you. You can't become a new person while still defending the old one. Discipline isn't just about showing up. It's about letting go again and again and again until the only version of you that remains is the one that chooses growth over comfort. Every level of your life will demand a new version of you. And that means the old one must die. No more waiting. No more overthinking. No more negotiation. Let go or be dragged. Right now, you have a choice. Stay the same or bury who you were. If you're ready, comment below. I let go. Not for me, for you, as your first act of death and your first step toward discipline. This is the discipline theory, where your evolution begins with the courage to end who you used to be. Subscribe if you're done pretending. Subscribe if you're ready to let go. Comment below. I let go. Not for me, for you, as your first act of death and your first step toward discipline. This is the discipline theory, where your evolution begins with the courage to end who you used to be. Subscribe if you're done pretending. Subscribe if you're ready to let go and level up. New videos every single week, built for those who are done making excuses. If you're serious about discipline, growth, and becoming who you were meant to be, subscribe, turn on notifications, and welcome to the discipline theory.